I'm Christine from McKee Music Therapy Services. Welcome to day one of guitar class. And wanted to let you know, make sure you click subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of the classes this week and that you get all of our videos and classes that come out. Also, we're on Facebook at McKee Music Therapy, and click follow there so you get information. And we're also just venturing into Instagram. Our Instagram name is McKee Music Therapy Services. On that one, it has services at the end. Everywhere else, we're just McKee Music Therapy. If you want to find out more about music therapy, you can visit www.mckeemusictherapy.com. We primarily work with people with disabilities, kids with autism, Down syndrome, apraxia, cerebral palsy, you name it, we've seen it. We've been around for over 20 years. And we also work with adults with Parkinson's, stroke, dementia, those sorts of things. We see people in our clinic in Southern California, and we also provide services through telehealth so we can reach people all over the world. In this stay-at-home time, we are also really trying to support long-term care facilities and memory care facilities. So if you have a family member in a long-term care or in a memory care unit, please reach out to us on Facebook or on our website, mckeemusictherapy.com, so that we can support their facility and provide music therapy-based video sessions for them. So we would love to do that. So make sure you contact us with the information for the facility. Anyways, on to guitar lesson. There are two main kinds of guitars. This one is a nylon string. This is what I mainly use for work. Nylon is easier on the fingers, and that's what I learned on. So that's what I have. This guitar has been with me, probably 25 years. If you notice, the first three strings, I don't know if you can see on the video, are kind of clear because they're nylon, and then these three are wrapped in a middle. But it is a bit easier on your fingertips for the nylon strings. I posted, and I'll put it on this video too, a couple links to guitars on Amazon that seem to get good reviews. They're Yamaha. Yamaha in general is a good quality brand. So that's the nylon string. It's pretty easy on your fingers. For ladies, if you have, you're wanting to protect your fingernails, it's also easier for that. But the other option is steel string. This one is a steel string. And if you'll notice, it looks just like thin wires down here and then thicker wires up here. So it was a little bit harder on your fingers. You're going to end up probably with little lines on there. You probably will with the nylon, but more so with the steel string. But they're fun. See, so that one sounds like that. And the nylon will sound more like this. So it's a little bit different sound. It's just up to what you want. They are both played the same way. Also, people ask me all the time about picks. We have nice little customized ones, but whether you should use a pick, I think that is completely up to you. Sometimes I use one, sometimes I don't. There's really no rhyme or reason. Probably the rhyme or reason is if I find it really quickly, I'll use it. And if I don't, I just use my fingers. You'll notice I don't usually have nail polish on because it's usually scraped off when playing guitar with your fingers. So if I have painted my nails, I will definitely use a pick. But you will notice this guitar does not have a protective area right here. And for 25 years of playing with a pick, it has made a gouge in the wood there. I don't mind, but if you do, that's up to you. I think at the beginning, my teacher's like, oh, don't use a classical guitar teacher, don't use a pick. But just for practical reasons, I have. But if you don't have a protective area there, it probably will scratch and over 25 years, gouge out your guitar. My guitar, though, has lots of memories in it. I have a long crack right here that has been repaired. One of the kids I work with was so excited one day. She was jumping across the room and my guitar happened to be in the way. So she jumped right over it. So it's okay to me. I like the stories with the history of it. But some guitars have, like this one, a protective area. So that's when your pick hits it, it's not going to gouge out the wood. So that's up to you as well. So let's go over the parts. If you took our ukulele class, And if you didn't, it's still on YouTube for you. It's under a playlist called ukulele. We have all our playlists kind of organized. We have the ukulele playlist. We have the piano keyboard playlist if you want to learn to play piano or keyboard. And this one will eventually be under a guitar playlist. But the parts of the guitar, here we go. This is the body of it, the main part of the guitar. And you have the bridge. And then you have the sound hole right in the middle. And then you have the fretboard right here, just like in the ukulele. And it has the lines across the frets. They're usually silver. I'm trying to see, that one might be a little bit gold. Silver or gold. And they are frets going all the way up. This is the neck of the guitar. So we have the body, the neck, and then, of course, the head is at the top. On the head, you see the tuning pegs. Most guitars you see will have 6 tuning pegs. In the ukulele class, there was 4. In guitar, there's usually 6. There are 12-string guitars and other types of guitars, but in general, the majority of guitars are going to have 6 tuning pegs, which correspond to 6 strings. The strings are counted from the bottom near your lap. So we have string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, and string 6. If you'll notice, I don't know if you can tell from the video, they start off thinner and they get thicker. The thinner ones sound higher and then they go down. There you go. So they're going to start thinner, the higher notes, and then go down to the thicker ones, which is the lower notes. Similar to if you've ever done a test where you fill a cup with water, the littler water you have in there, the thinner, the higher sound will be. If you fill the whole cup, it's going to sound lower. Similar, or to a xylophone, if you have a toy xylophone at home, the smaller ones are higher pitch and the lower ones are, the longer ones are lower pitch. So the similarities to ukulele is the shape, but this one has 6 strings, that one has 4. And let's see, to remember the string number, you know what, let me tell you how you hold your guitar before we go into a little bit more of that. There are a few options. I'm all about comfort and whatever feels good while you're playing. My teacher in college was a classical teacher, so he was very adamant. You put it on your left leg, and you had to carry it with us to our lessons, a footrest that I think we had to carry, or he had one there. And so that foot was actually higher. You sat up tall. It was on your left knee. You sat very straight and you played like that. And you also did finger picking. People ask me about finger picking and strumming. For this class, we're mainly doing strumming, just so that you can get out and play whatever song you want. You can pick up a music book if you have one in your house, or online. There's lots of chord charts for you. So I want to just get you the basics so that you can say, oh, I'd love to play, this song from a movie or a TV show or one of my kids' favorite songs. So if you look up that song online and just say the name of the song, like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, chords, you will find the chords for it. And so I want to be able to get you in that area for this week so that you can pick up the guitar and play songs that look fun to you and not worry about finger picking. So my old classical guitar teacher, actually he wasn't that old, but he put it on your left leg, this knee higher, and sit up straight. Not usually how I do it for work. I guarantee you that. Usually I'm sitting on the floor with little kids, sitting cross-legged, and I just put it in my lap. At home, if I'm sitting on the guitar, I usually have it on my right leg just because I think it's easy. I'm kind of leaning my other arm on this leg, just having fun. So I think do whatever is comfortable for you and whatever you enjoy. No problem. This is music. We're supposed to be having fun with it. So the strings, as we saw, were 6 strings. We're going to start with this top one, the number 6 string, and learn the string names. Just like the ukulele, they each have a note. And in music, if we remember from either the piano class or the ukulele class, music goes from A to G and then just keeps repeating. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G, all the way up and all the way down. G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, all the way down. So the strings have one of those letters. The top one, if you want to just put it on your lap, sit up a little straight so you're not getting bad posture, but the top one, if you just want to pluck that one, is an E. And then the next one down is an A, and then a D, and then a G, and then a B, and then it ends on another E. If your guitar is not sounding like mine, it probably means it's out of tune. I posted a video last night just before I went to get ready for bed. I realized I hadn't posted a tuning video. So I did it real quick before bed, and I showed you how to do it. I use this app right here. It looks like a guitar pick. It's called Guitar Tuna, just like tuna fish, Guitar Tuna. And you click on it, and it comes up, and it looks just like the head of your guitar. You can check out the video. I will link it down below in the description and show you how to tune it. But if your guitar is not sounding like mine, it's probably out of tune, which mine may go out of tune in the half hour because I just put new strings on it. When you have new strings, just like the ukulele, they're nylon, unless you have a steel string guitar, and they stretch, so they go out of tune. So you might have to tune it a few times. So anyways, the notes are E, A, D, G, B, and another E. In music, just like when we were doing piano and we were learning the staff lines, we love mnemonics. So for guitar, there's not as a general consensus on the mnemonics for the string, but there are a few you can use. One, which I think is appropriate for this stay-at-home time, is eat all day, get big, easy. I know I've been eating a lot during the stay-at-home time. I'm always near the kitchen. So anyways, eat all day is E-A-D, get big, easy, G-B-E. Another one, a less food-centric one, is elephants and donkeys grow big ears. So elephants is E, and is A, donkeys is D, grow, G, big, B, ears, E. Elephants and donkeys grow big ears. And then just like in our other classes, our fingers have numbers. In piano, we started on a 1 with thumb. But in ukulele, we started on a 1 with our pointer fingers. This will be like ukulele. In guitar, your 1 is your pointer finger, which you usually hold up when you're saying you want 1 of something. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 is our finger numbers. And the strings go from 1, like on the ukulele, on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there we go. Now on the frets, if you took the ukulele class, you'll remember you push between the frets. You don't push on that metal bar. If you push on that metal bar, it is not going to sound right. So you're going to push between. But the guitar, the space between the frets is bigger than the ukulele. So on the guitar, you're going to want to push the fret close to the fret line, not quite right in the middle. It'll sound better if you're closer to the bar there. See that bar? So if you're pushing the first string on the first fret, you're going to, let's try it now. Let's take our number 1, our pointer finger, and we're going to push the first string on the first fret. That means this first section. And you're going to move it a little bit close to the bar there. And then you're just going to take your thumb over here and pluck that string. There you go. If it sounds a little muted, like that, that means you need to go more on the tip of your finger and maybe wiggle it around and press it harder, and it'll sound right. So if it's a little muted, it might mean you're playing on the pad of your finger. You want to play more on the tip. I trimmed my fingernails this morning just to make it a little bit easier. I don't always do that, but I figured for you today I would. First string, first fret, press right there, right next to the fret line, and pluck it. There you go. You have your first. No, this is actually an F. No, because if you play it without anything, it's an E. And then you go up a half step, if you know your music theory, is an F. And then we're going to show you how we go along the neck of the guitar and make it go up and down. So each fret line is a half a step if you're familiar with music theory. If you're not, that's okay. We don't need to go into all of that today. But just trust me, it's like how the piano is laid out, then half steps up. So you're going to press the first string, first fret, pluck it, and then you're going to just slide your finger up to the next one. Remember, get close to that line, not on the line. You don't want to be on the line. You want to be close to it. And then press, pluck that one. There's an F sharp. And then you're going to slide it up to the next one. And you're going to pluck that one. And there's a G. And then you're going to slide it up to the next one, to the G sharp, and pluck that. Remember, if it's muted, just get up on your fingertip more, press it, and your thumb is behind the neck of the guitar. So that's helping you pinch it like that. So we're just going to go up the neck. Remember, go right up next to the fret line. The fret lines get closer as you go along the neck, so it's a little bit easier. So just go right on up. There you go. Go as high as you want. And you're shortening the distance of the string. That's why it's getting higher, just like we were talking about on the xylophone. The shorter it is, the higher it sounds. And then you can go back down. So just practice walking along the neck there. Your finger may already be getting a line. You know what? I play all the time for work, and I still sometimes get lines. So you're just going to go down, walk it down. There you go. So let me know how you're doing with that. Going up and down, up and down, up and down. You can practice that way. That's kind of fun just to do that. And it works on any string. You can do it on the second string, the first fret. And then you pluck the second string with your thumb. And walk it up. And walk it down. There you go. So it can be done. It can be done on this sixth string way at the top here. There you go. You are getting it. Give me a like on that video if you are following along and getting it. I love to see that. So I just know people are interacting here. Now, just like in ukulele, if you like, here, where's my package? Here it is. I will post a link to these on the video, and also on our website, on our activities page, we have some links for you. I do like these little circle dots. They're just little stickers if you want to remember where to put your fingers. So we're going to learn our first chord and our very first song all within the first 20 minutes. So I'm going to take, I guess I'll just pick red because it's at the top. Now I'm going to go on the first string. This was the first fret, and here's the second string. I'm going to move that string over, and I'm going to put that red dot right under there. There we go. See that one? And then I'm going to take another, I need 3 dots for this first chord. I'm going to take another red one, and you see where it is there. I'm going to skip the next string, skip that string, and go to the third string, and I'm going to stick one right under there. You got to move the string over and stick the sticker on there. It's a little tricky, but they seem to stay pretty well. So if you see, I have one on the first string, second fret, first string, second fret, and then the 1, 2, third string, second fret right there. You see, there's those 2. And then I need one more. Let me get one more sticker off. And then on that second string, right between those 2, you don't want to put it on the second fret. You're going to move up 1 fret right here. You're going to put it right there. It's kind of like a little 2 little eyes and a nose. So I'm going to move that over and put that on there. So let me hold it up for you. You have the first string, second fret, and the third string, second fret. And then the second string, you have it on the third fret. See that? Right there. So this is going to be your first chord we are going to learn. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your second finger, your middle finger, and you're going to put it on that first string right there on that red dot. And then your pointer finger is probably sticking out thinking, where do I go? So you put him on that red dot up there. And then your ring finger is going to go on the nose of that happy face right there. So again, we're going to take the middle finger. I don't want to flip you off. Your middle finger on the first dot, the pointer finger on the second dot, and your ring finger on the third dot. See how I have that there? That is going to be your first chord. And if you would like to know the name of that chord, it is a D chord, D like dog. So once you have your fingers there, 1, 2, 3, we're going to strum. And when you're strumming a D chord, you actually don't want to strum the top string. The top string is an E, and an E is not in a D chord. So you don't want to strum the top string. The second chord, you don't usually strum in a D chord, but it doesn't matter if you do because it's an A and there is an A in a D chord. So it doesn't matter if you hit that one, but you really don't want to hit the top one. If you do, not such a big deal, but it'll sound better if you don't hit the top string. So start on the second to top or the third to top and strum it down. There you go. You have played your very first chord, a D chord. With a D chord, I play most songs with kids in D or C because that is the key that is most easily sung. So with the D, you are well on your way to a lot of songs. So we'll practice it again. I'll show you the difference. If you do all the strings, it sounds like this. There we go. Brittany, you are absolutely right. I should say it is a D major chord. There in music, there's major chords, there's minor chords, there's augmented and diminished and all sorts of things. The D major is the main one. If you see it in music, it's going to be written as a capital D, or I guess I should go that way for you. If you see like a song written and you have the little letters above the words, that's the chord you play on that word. And if you see a capital D, that means D major, and that is this chord. So I'll show you if I hit the top one as well. It doesn't sound too bad, but it will sound better if you just use the second string down or the third string down. You can see the difference in sound. If you're getting a little mute, like you want to keep your fingers up on their fingertips, standing tall and you have your little knuckles curled over, but if they start to flatten out, it's going to hit the string next to it and mute that string. So you want to make sure you're on your fingertips. Pinchy, pinch, pinch. Wiggle and squeeze and pinch, and you'll get the better sound. So that is a D chord. Let us try that again. We had our middle finger here, our pointer finger here, and our ring finger here, and we strum down those strings. Let's try a song. I know most of the songs I use in these classes are kind of based for little kids. There's a reason for that. I will tell you the reason. 1, it's fun for parents that want to play for their kids. 2, a lot of kids are taking these classes, so it's great for them. And 3, they are public domain. I don't want to infringe on anyone's copyright. And if I'm playing a song by a pop star or somebody famous or a recent song that's on the radio, that would be infringing on their copyright. So just practicing, I usually use, a lot of them are for little kids songs or folk songs because they're in the public domain and I don't want to break any rules. So that's why usually, but with these chords, if you go online and find your favorite songs, you will be able to play those with these same chords. But that's just letting you know why we're using a lot of little kid songs. And tomorrow we're going to get into more folk songs, and Americana songs, those types of things. A lot of those are in the public domain. So anyways, let's try our D chord. Our middle finger here, our pointer finger here, and our ring finger here. And let's strum that down. And we will play our first song, which we played on ukulele. But if you played in ukulele, you played it in the key of C. We are playing it in the key of D. So don't have your friend on ukulele playing the C version and you on the guitar playing D. It will not sound good together. We will learn C later in the week, and then you can play it together. But for starting, D is a good chord to start with because that's a good key because the other chords in that key are simpler than the chords in the C key on guitar. So here we go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. wonderful job. Let's try it again because it is exciting to play your first song, even if you are a grown-up playing Row, Row, Row Your Boat. I think it is still exciting. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Wonderful job. Click that like button. Tell me you were able to do it, or that you are at least trying, and you will practice hopefully tonight before the next class. I would like to get you one more chord today before we end so that you have 2 chords to practice tonight, because it will open up a lot more songs for you to be able to play. If you can play one chord, which is the D, and then the dominant chord, which is the 5th note in the scale. So you have D, E, F, G, A. So I'm going to give you the A chord, but the dominant version, which is an A7. So to do that, you're going to lift up your ring finger. Lift that one up off the board so you see your sticker, if you have a sticker there. And then you're just going to walk your other 2 fingers. The A7 only takes 2 fingers. So you're going to walk your pointer finger over one string, boop, just like that. It was here on that circle. And you're going to walk it over one, doop. And then you're going to walk your middle finger over one, loop, right there. So you're just moving them over one string. I'm going to put the stickers there to make it easier for you to see. Maybe I'll put some yellow on there. So you're going to go on your 2nd string, 1, 2, and 2nd fret. So right between those 2 red stickers, I'm going to put the yellow sticker. Let me stick that in there. They're so tiny to work with, but they're very handy to have on there. And then I need one more yellow sticker. So I have a yellow between there. And great job. I'm seeing some good comments that you guys are getting it. And then the next one will be right next to that red one. The 1, 2, 3, 4th string, 2nd fret, right there. Let's put the yellow one right on that spot for your finger position. No shame in putting stickers there for you. Let's see. Someone took their message off. So you had your fingers on the red ones, and then you just lifted up your ring finger and moved your other ones over one string. So you walk them over one string, and you have your middle finger on this dot and your pointer on this one. On this one, you can strum all the strings because an E on the top, that string is in an A7 chord. An A7 chord has A, C sharp, E, and then G. So that one is okay to strum all the strings. Let's try. You have your 2 fingers there and strum down like that. And I'm getting some good comments. I'm going to have to look at the comments tomorrow because we're almost out of time, but I want to get you on these 2 chords. I will try to answer comments in the after as well. So you have your middle finger on the yellow and the pointer on that yellow. There's your A7 chord. So let's strum that one a few times. Maybe strum it about, you just keep strumming it to get your muscle memory. Guitar is also a lot about muscle memory. If you practice and practice, your muscles remember where to go for the chords. And you don't have to think about it too much, which is handy. So here is our A7. Now we're going to move them back to the D. So you're going to move these 2 over back to the red, and you're going to add your ring finger in there back to your D. There you go. So let's try that. We're going to try very slowly moving between the 2 chords. This is very tricky for new people. So do not worry if you can't get it. It's okay. Just keep practicing. It will come. I promise you it will come. So we're going to put our middle finger on there and then 2 strings over our pointer and our ring finger down there. If you don't have these stickers, that's okay. You can just find Raise Your Kids sticker collection and just cut little stickers and put them where they are. So it's going to be an emoji sticker or unicorn or happy face or heart stickers or whatever. You can use those to help you out. Because if you're looking, then you can just put your fingers right on those dots. So we're going to go very slowly. We're going to start on the D chord, strum that down, and then you're going to lift your ring finger and move your other 2 fingers over like that. And there's your your A7. And then we're going to move back to the D. We're going to move those 2 fingers back over and add our ring finger back in. And there's our D. Let's do that slowly, okay? Let's try it. We have our middle finger, our pointer, and our ring finger right there. And then we're going to lift our ring finger, move over 1 string each, and then move them back. There you go. Now you're going from D to A7 and back to D. With just those 2 chords, you can play a lot of songs. Even if you want to Google 2-chord songs, you will find lots of songs you can to do with those. And if you don't want to use stickers, absolutely fine. If you can remember, that is great. I'm just letting people know they have a little more trouble remembering it. You can put the stickers on there. Because we're going to move kind of quickly through the week. Most people aren't learning all these chords in 1 week. So if you need a little reminder, just put stickers on there. If you don't need it, wonderful. And you don't need to put them up. So let's practice one more time, and then we're going to play a song with that. Our middle finger, our pointer, and our ring. Here we go. There's your D. Lift up your ring. Move over 1. There's your A7. And then you're going to move it back to those red ones and put your ring finger back down. Back to D. So let's try a song with that, with your 2 chords. Again, it's a little kid song because it's a public domain and we're allowed to use it on YouTube live. Here we go. We'll try it slowly because I know it is tricky. Just keep practicing. We're going to go. Mary had a little lamb. Now move to A7. Lift up that ring finger. Move them over to the yellow. Little lamb. And then you're going to move them back to the red and add in your ring finger. Little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose, lift up that ring, go to the A7. Fleece was white as, and back to D. Snow. There's another song, 2 other songs I'm going to give you. So if you're practicing tonight, you don't have to keep singing the same words over and over. The other one moves faster. So let's try Mary Had a Little Lamb one more time and then move back to the other one. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. Everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was sure to go. There you go. There is one song you can practice tonight. And the other one is 2 songs in one. Are You Sleeping? And Frere Jacques, same exact song, just one's in English and one's in French. So let's try that one. That one's a little trickier because it moves more often. So that one moves almost every word. So we're going to start on D again and then move to A7 and back to D. Here we go. We're going to go R and then move you sleeping. So it's going to go D, A7, D, D. D, A7, D, D. So are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John, morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Wonderful. And that also is the same tune for Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sala le mattina, wonderful job. I hope you've enjoyed. We've learned the D chord and the A7. With that, if you go on Google, your friend Google will give you lots of songs that just have 2 chords that you can play along to. So if there is a song that you want to play and it's in the key of C and it uses C and G7, that would be the same thing as D and A7. It would just be up a little bit more, sound a little bit higher. So you can do that. Any song that has a 1 and a 5/7 chord, that the 1 is the D and the 5/7 is the A7, because A is 5 above D. D, E, F, G, and back to A. So any song like that, you can use those 2 chords. Anyways, I hope you enjoy those tonight. If you are a kid out there, make sure you Skype or FaceTime with your grandma and grandpa, your aunts and your uncles and cousins and friends. Show them what you've learned today, and make sure you come back tomorrow, same time, same place. Click that subscribe and that notification bell so that YouTube reminds you tomorrow morning, it's time for guitar class. She's back on live. If you want to review the class today, that is a great idea as well. It'll take me probably about 5 minutes, but I will get this posted to YouTube. So it is there and you can go over it as many times as you want or share it with your friends. So then you can jam with your friends when you can get back together with them. So it'll be there. Make sure to click the subscribe and the notify, and visit us on Facebook and follow there. And if you have any questions about music therapy, visit McKee Music Therapy, MCKEE, musictherapy.com. There's a contact us page there as well. And again, if you have any family or friends in an assisted living, a long-term care, memory care facility, reach out to us so that we can support that facility with music therapy-based videos. And if you have a child with a disability or an adult, or maybe yourself with one, and are interested in music therapy, feel free to reach out. We're always here to answer all your questions. We also provide services on IEPs in the school districts. Even now during the shutdown time, we're providing them online to the kids that have us on their IEP. So feel free to reach out anytime. We'd love to say hi. And I will see you tomorrow, Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time, same place. Have a good day.